Hey you guys, welcome to a spooky video. Anyway, so I'm gonna give y'all some my stories that I've seen of ghosts, talk, felt, everything. I'm gonna give y'all my story time and what all happened. So if y'all are curious to know, let's just go ahead and go watch what I have to say. Let's go where it first happened. So basically, my old room, which actually is in this house, I just moved into my brother's room. Basically my old room had a spirit in it. I wasn't aware of it till I was 8 years old. I'm sleeping in a twin size bed and I'm just sitting there, right? And I'm just sleeping. All of a sudden my eyes just, I can't move. And there's this old man just staring at me for, I don't even know how long. It was forever. And that was my first sight of it. I didn't think much of it. I was just 8, right? Nothing happened years after that. But then I met my best friend Patience, and that was back in 5th grade. I think she comes over 5th grade summer, and we're playing with dolls. And I had these American Girl dolls. I loved American Girl dolls growing up. And basically, I was scared after this, but I was sitting right next to them, so obviously I wasn't paying attention to the dolls. My friend was right in front of them. She tells me, she gets up and she freaks out. I'm like, what's wrong? She's like, your doll's head just moved. And I could tell that the head was turned and it was straight. So it did, yeah. Anyway, I don't know what y'all saying across the screen, but yeah. There's my other friend, Callista. Hey, I know you watching this, babe. What's up? Anyway, so me and her have seen, heard, whatever, haunted things. For example, this includes Patience and other friends, a girl hanging in my closet, a girl my age at the time. I'd always get told that by different people. I didn't believe it at first because one person told me that, but it became every friend that came over, literally every friend. Going on with my friend Callista, we've been through it a few times. I've been told, there's a girl hanging in a closet, like I said. There's a time she's gotten possessed. We're pretty sure she got possessed because she don't remember none of this. So she was sitting where my door was, and there's a little mirror, back where the door is. So you see my door, there's a mirror right there. Yeah, and so she was sitting there, and all of a sudden she got quiet and she started laughing hysterically. Nothing was said or done. She started laughing hysterically. Then she started throwing stuff and it was bowling pins. She threw, I had this kind of, you can't even see it, but it was a tall fan, and she threw it, and she was just throwing stuff at me, and I'm thankful she didn't hit my window because she was really close to hitting my window, trying to hit me, and then she stopped laughing, and then she acted normal again, and I was like, dude, why were you throwing stuff at me? I was like, what the heck? What did I do? And she was like, what are you talking about? I don't remember none of that. I swear. And to this day, this current day, that was years and years back, and she still says that she don't remember it at all. Me and Callista has felt someone put their hand on an ankle like that, literally grab the ankle. I felt someone literally touch my ankle, but hold on to it, yeah. So there's this girl named Kayla I was friends with back in middle school. And basically, so she came over to spend the night, Father's Day. And Father's Day was coming up, and me and my mom wanted to go get my dad a grill or whatever. So she had to leave, but either way, she wanted to leave after this story. So basically, like I said, all my friends seen the hanging man. She's seen him. And then she told me that night, a ghost went from one side of the room to the other, and I had a loft bed, so it was tall and there was nothing underneath it, and it went up and just was staring at me. And that's what she told me, and I was like, wait, what? This day I still believe it because all the stories I hear from my friends, but I have seen stuff in this house. I've seen shadows walking in the hallway. Also back in 3rd grade, which people aren't gonna believe is because it's Charlie or whatever. It's only happened and worked once in my life, which was when I was with my friend Caitlin. I'm probably gonna pop up pictures of these people so you're like, oh, Caitlin. Caitlin was over here. We were in 3rd grade. We've known each other since 3rd grade, so we've been close for a hot minute, And so she told me beforehand she has a spirit connected to her, and she was young. Started off with Charlie. We were in the living room by ourselves, and it was moving on its own. We were asking questions, And y'all ain't gonna believe this because like y'all like, oh, Charlie's fake, but I had my phone setting up and it didn't have a front camera at the time because that wasn't really, and basically I only had a back camera, so I had it placed on the back camera. And so we were playing and I was like, and since it moved, we ended it, I wanted to have proof, just in case it happened. Turn around my phone and there's this like emergency thing on my thing. Like I had to shut down my phone completely to get it off, but it wouldn't go off. The story with me and Caitlin in this house was in my old room. I had this big mirror and I had a box TV right behind it so you could see the reflection of it. And those big box TVs, they were really heavy growing up. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Me and Caitlin were just standing there and Caitlin was like, Grace, look in the mirror and then look at your TV and look back in the mirror. And so basically I looked in the mirror, looked in the TV, looked back in the mirror kind of thing. And I seen a woman standing right behind us and the lights turned off. Yeah, I was like, we like ran out and we were like screaming because obviously if you're scared, you're a kid. Yeah. If y'all wondering what happened in this room, so this room I move in because I'm finally done. Like I've noticed the hauntings and stuff in there. Oh shoot, right before I moved out, like a year before, I forgot to tell y'all, I seen a black figure in the corner, like right there, for example, but by the door. And it was a black figure staring at me. And I don't know why I did this, but I laughed at it and said, you're dumb or something like that. And I passed out, boom. Like, it wasn't like I'm just staying up. I literally passed out in a second. Like, I was gone. Like, I moved into this room freshman year, so 2 years back. My friend Patience comes over and basically, it's new. I got brand new carpet. Like, it ain't even a week old. And there's no markers and nothing in here, right? So I put down my clothes on the floor because we're about to go swimming. It's the summertime, about to go swimming, and I put my clothes on the floor. And obviously you'd see something if something was there. And we come back. I pick up my clothes and there's a big black marker spot right underneath it, colored in. It took hours to get that out. But what did I notice that I brought into this room that's been in this house since I moved in? The mirror that was on my old door that we were talking about earlier. So I asked my parents, hey, can I throw it out? And they're like, sure, it's whatever you want to do. So I threw it out. Ever since then, nothing has happened in this room. Literally in the bathroom is right next to my old room. So literally they would go in there and it's only at night. It's never the daytime, always night. They hear knocking on the other side where my room is. Ain't this side, other side where my room is, on the bathroom. And, they get scared and they run out. But my friend Patience, she got balls, y'all. So she heard the knocking, so she knocked back at it. It didn't knock back. She back before she opens the door, it knocks. And then she did like a double knock or something, like boom, boom. And then right when she opened the door, did it right back at her, like boom, boom. And yeah, that was like, wow. And Vanessa, when she comes over here, she always tells me how she hears knocking on the other side. I'm like, what? Because I never hear it, but my friends always do, and it's a weird thing. And I believe the spirit's mad at my friends. Like, they probably think they were the ones, Now I'm gonna tell y'all experiences I've had outside of my house. We're gonna start with Reese's house because this is not as scary as the next story I'm about to tell y'all. So I was at my friend Reese's, which y'all know Reese. I've showed her in videos, and if you're new to this channel, obviously you don't know them, but if you stick around, you're gonna know who Reese is. And I went to her house and she has this loft, and basically her and my friend Vanessa were out. I couldn't go to sleep that night. I was just staring, and the rocking chair I noticed starts rocking, and I start feeling like something's diving into my chest. I'm laying down, like straight up, and I was looking over there and I could feel something diving into my chest. And so I was like, okay, why don't I talk to the rocking chair? I know it's weird, and this is actually my most recent story that's happened this year, beginning of junior year, or in the summer of. Well, basically, it's just rocking. I could feel tension, like it felt like someone's like pressing against your chest, it feels like. And I mean, I really couldn't really explain the feeling, but like it's kind of like a pressure right here in your chest. I started talking to it in my head, and I would give it yes or no questions because the chair ain't gonna talk to you. So I told it. So I was like, I'm gonna start talking to you. I just started talking, and then eventually I got to the questions. Like I started talking to it, and the more I talked to it, the pressure went away, and it felt like I made a friend. And you know, I was just talking to it and I was like, okay, shake, rock, yes or no. And then if for yes, you rock, for no, stop. And it stopped at no. She's like, yes. And I asked it questions like, are you mad at Reese? Is it okay if I let Reese know? Or like, I'll be like, are you a bad spirit in this house? I get why you're mad, but you know, and I was giving advice. So, you know, I was trying to calm the spirit, you know, and you know, I think it worked because at the end, I felt like I made a friend. Now, for the last stories, my best friend's old house, Patience. Y'all already heard about her. Y'all already heard about me talking about her. But y'all haven't heard about her haunted house she moved in back in middle school days. Let's get into it. Basically, the first time I seen it, I've already been told by them, there's a ghost in the house, but I didn't believe them. I was like, oh, y'all are lying. Y'all are stupid. Trying to scare me. Whatever. So, you know, I'm in the hallway packing up. I'm about to leave. And for some reason, I'm out in the hallway. And then, you know, I look up. There's this girl. White face, white dress, just staring at me like I'm her kid, like just looking down at me. I look up at her, she's staring at me, looks her head up, turns her body towards like the hallway, and then she goes into the mom's room. And I was really scared, and then I walked up to Patience and I was like, walk, walk, walk. I think I just seen the ghost. The next thing that happened, my next seeing of it, which was when I was in Patience's room, we wanted to do nails and they didn't have the colors I wanted, so there was these 2 colors I needed to grab from Mom's room, which I call her my mom because I grew up with them, so I'm like, what's up, Mom? Anyway, we went to Mom's room and, well, I just did by myself, and the mom was at home, so I just walked in there, grabbed nail polish, I turned around to the mirror because, you know, I like looking at myself sometimes, and then the ghost was right behind me, so I, boom, I zoom out of there. I'm like, you know what? Nice seeing you again. And so I did. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed my stories. I know I probably didn't do a spooky vibe, but that's okay because I just wanted to tell y'all like my experiences because, you know, you might be like, why does this happen to me? Does this just happen to me? And then you find out that happened to her too. So maybe y'all related or maybe y'all just want to hear someone's story. But anyway, if y'all haven't already, subscribe. And let's not forget to post notifications now. Anyway, y'all, I enjoy talking to y'all. Anyway, I hope y'all excited for the next video after this because I think it's going to be a good video. Anyway, bye! Missing someone.